Muranga County, a county famous for its hard-working people, fertile farming soil, and good climate that ensures more than 2 rainy seasons in a year. It is also the home of Mathioya River, which originates from the heart of the Aberdare Ranges. As climate change is making an impact across the continent, all life on Earth, from the ecosystem to human civilization, is vulnerable to a changing climate. This film will show how farmers are building their climate change resilience through planting trees as one way to tackle the climate crisis. Over the years, more frequent and severe climatic events have been witnessed across the globe. This is Mathioya River 5 years ago, full of life and known to be one of the most beautiful places in Kenya and a tourist attraction. Today, it is almost dried up, with the residual water dirty and unfit for human consumption. Bright Future Foundation is an organization with a science-based approach that spreads hope and fights against climate change. Bright Future works with residents of the dry lands of Kenya. Led by local people, they have projects that focus on growing trees, tackling poverty, and improving sources of income. Their projects make sure that trees thrive so they can provide benefits for today and protect the environment for tomorrow, as Gladys Wamboi explains.
I'm Gladys Wamboi of Bright Future Foundation. We started this foundation in the year 2017 so that we can educate people about climate change and the betterment of our environment. I am passionate about the environment and climate change, and today we are at the center of Mathioya River, a river that has dried up over a period of time. I remember in my youth years, we used to come here fishing, we used to come here swimming, but as you can see now, the river has dried up. There is no life, there is no activity that is going on. We used to even have tourists coming to see these rivers, but now there's nothing. There is nothing here that we can be proud about.
John, a farmer in Mathioya, believes that the poorest communities are the ones that are strongest hit by climate change, as they are the least able to cope with the growing impact. He further explains that the climate crisis is a stress multiplier due to the limited clean drinking water and reduced food even for his livestock, which forces him to walk up to 20 kilometers every day. He calls for government support in helping them adapt with the climate change. Scientific evidence now shows that the current human-caused global warming of 1.1 degrees Celsius is increasingly impacting nature and people's lives globally. Beth believes that despite the efforts to adapt to climate change, farmers still need to be more enlightened on ways to tackle the crisis.
Kwa majina anaitwa Beth Boro kutoka Bright Future Foundation. Tunaelimisha community about tree planting, environment. Tumekuwa tukifanya hii kazi for about 5 years. Tunaenda kwa mashule, tunaelimisha watoto wetu umuhimu wa miti, na tunawaelimisha umuhimu wa kupanda miti mashule na kwao manyumbani. For example, tumekuwa tukipanda miti ya matunda juu ya food security.
With Mathioya River drying up, The drought experienced in Muranga County has caused widespread and pervasive impacts to the ecosystem, people, cities, and infrastructure, and this limits the chances of a livable future for all.
Tena tunawaelimisha wenye wako karibu na misitu. Tunawaelimisha mambo na ecosystem. Ukiangalia kama huku kuna nyani wanasubua wakulima sana. Hao nyani wenye wako karibu na msitu wakipanda miti ya matunda na wapande miti kwa wingi, hizo nyani zitapata mahali ya kukaa, zitapata chakula ya kutosha huko kwa msitu, hazitakuwa zinakuja huku kusubua wakulima.
Climate change is not ending soon, and its impact is becoming unmanageable. How this will affect nature and people depends on the speed and the level of global warming and how we adapt.
Mnajua ya kwamba tuko na hali mbaya sana ya kiangazi. Na hii it will not improve, it will get worse with the time because of climate change unless we do certain things. Na ndio hivyo mumesikia tumesema kama serikali tunataka tuungane na wananchi wote wa Kenya tupande miti bilioni 5 kwa miaka 5 ijayo. Kwa hivyo kila mmoja wetu na county government, national government, all other agencies, the private sector na wafanyabiashara wengine wote, sote tutaungana both from the public and the private tuweze kuchangia kupanda miti ndio mito yetu isikauke na tuanze kupata mvua tena.
We can limit further warming and dangers it poses if we act now. Every fraction of a degree matters. What we do between now and 2030 will determine whether we can slow global warming enough to avoid climate change's worst impacts. We must drastically cut emissions and remove carbon from the atmosphere. By protecting natural habitats and carefully managing farmland and forests, we can store billions of tons of this living carbon. Beth explains.
Community wakikubali, hasa mambo na ecosystem, wakubali kupanda miti kwa misitu. Hiyo miti itavuta mvua na mito zetu zitarudi kama venye zilikuwa miaka 10 iliyopita. As you can see, mahali nimesimama katikati ya mto. Mto haina maji, as you can see. Kwa hivyo tunaomba community tusirikiane, tukubali tuitikie huu wito wa kupanda miti na tupande miti kwa wingi.
We grow and protect trees so that people can live from them for years to come. We do not just plant trees and walk away. We work with the local people to make sure that they have the training and tools needed to make each tree thrive.
We as Bright Future, we educate the community, especially the women and the youth, on the importance of tree planting and the effects of climate change.
My name is Yusembi Joroge from Kongoine Village, Kiharu constituency, Muranga. We are here as a group of Jitamburishe, youth group of Kongoine. We deal with grafted seedlings for daily income. This group we started at 2017. So from 2017 we have been doing well, we have been trying, and until where we are now. We are taught by Bright Future and we are inspired by our patron Grades Wamboy. So for this area we have around 300,000 seedlings. But as a group we have more than 900,000 seedlings. We deal with grafted mangoes, we deal with grafted hass, we deal with grafted pixie oranges, we deal with grafted apples, tree tomato, we have grafted passion, we have grafted macadamia, and we have dwarf pawpaws.
Trees mean stability. Their roots stop the ground from being washed away in floods. They also store water where there is no rain and help the land to stay fertile so other crops can grow. Trees also protect the planet by absorbing carbon dioxide, a major cause of the climate crisis. We support them to adapt today and influence change for tomorrow. Bright Future Foundation. Mti ni uhai.